Have you seen Star Wars?
Now that the world is trying to go back to some sense of the word normal, I've been really looking forward to going to the movie theaters again. I've missed going to see movies and films and seeing it with an audience. And one thing I was really looking forward to was going to see Empire Strikes Back in theaters, and I still might. If it still happens, I will still go see The Empire Strikes Back. But I remember that AMC Theaters said that when they opened back up, I don't know if it was going to be July 11th or July 15th or what day of the month for July, but they were going to open up with films like Black Panther, Empire Strikes Back, Mulan. I don't remember all the films, but one of them, the main one I'm interested in, was Empire Strikes Back. I would love to go see The Empire Strikes Back, the 5th film in the Star Wars franchise, the best film in the Star Wars franchise. I would have loved to go see that in theaters, and I still will if it still comes out. But unfortunately, I will not be seeing it in 4K, which was largely the goal. I mean, going to see Empire Strikes Back in 4K in theaters is something that's never happened for a lot of us, and I think anyone. I don't think they've actually shown this film in theaters at 4K. And that was the plan for Empire Strikes Back, but unfortunately, and this is coming from Variety, Disney has rolled back on plans to release a 4K version of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back in theaters. And I'm reading this article from Variety. It says the decision comes just weeks after it was revealed a 4K edition of the film would form part of UK cinemas' reopening slate. While The Empire Strikes Back will still be screened in UK cinemas, it will be a standard 2K version of the 1980 film. Variety understands the Mouse House, which is Disney, scrapped plans for a 4K release, which would have marked the first time a UHD version of an original trilogy film had been screened in cinemas after talks broke down with exhibitors in the last few weeks. So I find that a little disappointing, and to be fair, it does say UK cinemas. It hasn't said anything specifically about US cinemas. If we're over here in America, if we're going to get the 4K version of The Empire Strikes Back. But I would assume if they're not doing it in the UK, they're also not going to do it over here in the US. But maybe we'll be surprised. We don't know. It's only been 3 days since they've talked about this, so maybe we'll get some new developments. I do find it a little disappointing that they didn't get the exhibitors on board, or maybe Disney wasn't on board with the percentage price that they were getting. I don't understand how negotiations for something like this breaks down. I mean, it is 4K, and I do understand that certain theaters may not be able to truly do 4K the way that Disney may want them to. I mean, I remember back in 1999 when The Phantom Menace came out, it wasn't in every single theater, despite the fact that it was the most anticipated film of all time. Titanic was in more theaters than The Phantom Menace, and that's because Lucas wanted to be in the best theaters. And maybe that's what Disney has kind of been going for here when it comes to the return of Empire Strikes Back. They want the best theaters to show the film in 4K. I think that's truly a special moment for a lot of Star Wars fans, that this would be the first original Star Wars film to be shown in 4K. I would still love to go see it. If it still happens, I would love to see it in 4K, because not only have I never seen it in 4K, I've never seen Empire Strikes Back in a movie theater with an audience. I think that's something that I would truly treasure to get that experience, because that hasn't happened since 1997. Remember, 1997, the original trilogy of Star Wars was brought back to the movie theaters because Lucas wanted to show the advancements in digital technology that they made and show what he could do with the special editions. So 1997 was the last time a younger generation of Star Wars fans who didn't get to see the films in theaters when they initially came out had the opportunity to go see the films in theaters. Now we have that opportunity again. It's only with The Empire Strikes Back, but to be fair, it's the best one, and I'm okay missing A New Hope and Return of the Jedi in a movie theater if I actually get to see The Empire Strikes Back. It sucks that it's not in 4K. At least in the UK over there, it's not in 4K. I don't truly know what's going to happen over here in the US. I would assume it's going to be the same condition. It's just going to be standard 2K instead of 4K. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I can't change that. If I want to see a 4K version of The Empire Strikes Back, I'm sure there's some versions online, and I'm sure they're going to sell, if they haven't already sold, a 4K version on DVD. I just have not bought it yet. But I want to ask you guys, are you going to go see Empire Strikes Back in theaters when it comes out? Are you going back to movie theaters when they open back up? Are you going to still socially distance yourself and stay at home? I think personally, as someone who's a huge Star Wars fan, it's a great opportunity during this odd time and where things are really, really slow and not too chaotic in terms of the hustle and grind of a normal life has kind of been gone for a little bit, so maybe now's a good time to go enjoy the theaters when they open back up and see The Empire Strikes Back if you've never gotten that opportunity to actually see it in a movie theater. So tell me your thoughts below. Will you be checking out Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back in theaters when they come back and open up? Why? Why not? Are you excited to see it in 2K even though it's not going to be in 4K? Are you excited to see the special editions in theaters instead of the original, unaltered films that were made in the 1980s and 70s? I think it'll be a very good time for a lot of Star Wars fans to go check out Empire Strikes Back and remember why that is the best Star Wars film to ever be made. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Star Wars Only. Please like, comment, and subscribe because it does help out the channel. I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you always.